everyone, welcome back to my kitchen. The holidays are here, and this time of year, people always ask me for my best, most reliable dessert recipes. So today, I've dug into the archives to bring you 4 of my most beloved holiday classics. The recipes that I make for my family every single year. We've got everything from rich German chocolate to bright lemon cake. These are truly the best of the best, all compiled right here for you. Now, you'll notice in some of these, I'm wearing shirts that are now officially retired, but the recipes, they're evergreen, eternal. So let's get baking. There are 3 components: the cake, the chocolate frosting, and the coconut frosting. So I have flour here to it. I am adding sugar, also adding in our cocoa powder, baking powder, salt doesn't want to come out, and baking soda. So we have flour, sugar, cocoa powder, baking soda, and salt. You want to combine this really well and set it aside. Next step is to combine our eggs, oil, buttermilk, and vanilla extract. Mix it well. So we're just going to pour everything in here. We're going to mix this well, and we'll be right back. Now we're adding our wet ingredients into our dry ingredients, and we're going to mix these until combined. Now we're going to take a cup of boiling water. Stir this in by hand. Your batter will be extremely liquidy. Okay, now that we have this all mixed, we're going to pour it into our prepared pans. We're going to bake these in a 375-degree oven for about 25 minutes until the toothpick comes out clean. You can measure your cake if you want to be exact. I'm going to eyeball it. And as always, get the air out of your cake if you can by bouncing it on the counter a couple of times. Our German chocolate frosting, we need a saucepan on medium heat, and we are putting in most all of our ingredients. We're going to start off putting in our butter. We need to add to that our egg yolks, putting in your brown sugar, your white sugar, your evaporated milk, and vanilla. Now we're going to stir this constantly over medium heat until it comes to a low boil, not a rapid boil, but just barely starting to boil. Okay, and if you guys can look closely, you'll see we are now at a low boil. Just stir for a few minutes until it starts to thicken up. We are beginning to thicken now, so we are going to remove it from the heat and add in our coconut and pecans. Add in our coconut, our pecans. Mix it in and let it cool completely. So now our cakes are done and they are cooling. So this will cool along the way as well. And we'll go ahead and make our buttercream frosting. So now for our buttercream frosting. Okay, now first of all, we have our butter melted. Add your cocoa powder to your butter and stir that up. Powdered sugar. Okay, and this is how your frosting should look when you're all done. this look amazing. Look at that, look at that. Doesn't that look amazing? Phew, that German chocolate cake is delicious and decadent. Now, if you need something a little lighter but still seriously impressive, the next cake is my classic lemon cake. It's bright, it's elegant, and it's coming up next. Getting ready to make old-fashioned lemon loaf cake. Oh my goodness, it's so lemony, it's rich, it's soft, it's kind of velvety. And the icing, the lemon icing that we're going to put on here, or I should say lemon glaze. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is prepare your pan. This is my loaf pan. It is a non-stick pan, but I am going to also put some parchment paper in here. I have just used butter and flour on it. Make sure you shake out the excess flour, turn it upside down. Nothing should come out. You want to just take a piece of regular parchment paper. I folded it over. It needs to fit lengthwise going this way. You want to go ahead and push it down in there, leaving the sides. These sides will help you lift this loaf out of here when it's all done. I have my flour in here. To it, I'm adding the baking soda, baking powder, and salt. Give that a good whisk. Make sure it is well combined, and whisking it also, make sure you don't have any lumps in your flour. Zest your lemon and cut your lemon in half. I always use a strainer to catch my seeds. Go ahead and get the juice out of that lemon. To cream the butter and the sugar. So we're going to go ahead and cream it. Okay, this is what it looks like. Now we're going to add in our eggs one at a time. And as always, I'm going to crack these into a separate dish because you can get a bad egg. I have gotten one recently. Okay, let's go ahead, add them, and make sure they're incorporated really well. Now we're going to add in our lemon zest. This old-fashioned lemon loaf cake is delicious. Lemon juice and vanilla extract. Make sure you're using pure vanilla extract. Blend this up and we'll be back. Now we're going to alternate our flour with our sour cream, beginning and ending with flour. The last addition will be stirred in by hand as to not over mix it. So go in with a little flour. So you have 3 additions of flour, 2 additions of the sour cream. So you're going to put maybe about a third, just eyeball it. Doesn't have to be perfect. You want to mix this just until incorporated each time. To preheat your oven to 325 degrees. We will be baking this for about 55 minutes or so, or until a toothpick inserted and it comes out clean. Our cake is done. It has done its initial cooling. It's still quite warm, but look at it. Doesn't it look good? This lemon loaf cake, ooh, it smells amazing. If you could just smell it. I'm going to take a knife. Move this over just a little bit. I'm going to take a knife and just run it along the edges here on the short sides, not the long sides. This is why when you're doing any kind of loaf cake, not just this loaf cake, but any loaf cake, if you put your parchment paper, this gives you handles to then lift it up and it doesn't stick to your pan. So as you can see, woohoo, it is out. There's nothing in the pan. Now we're going to put it on our cooling rack to cool a little further, and you can just peel the sides down. Here I just have a little powdered sugar, and to it we're adding a little lemon juice with a little lemon zest in it. You just want to put this in here like this, stir until it turns completely into a glaze, and it's the consistency that you want. Now we're just going to go ahead and glaze it. Then we need to let it cool absolutely completely before cutting into it. Get a slice, let's get a slice. Oh my goodness. Doesn't this look amazing? Look at that. Okay, up next is the cake that is on my family's table every single holiday. Summer holidays, winter holidays, every holiday, and sometimes in between. It's my amazingly delicious carrot cake. It's the one I make every year regardless of the season. You can't beat this cream cheese frosting, and it's always on my table. Here we go. We're going to use that entire bag, and I'm going to grate them in my food processor. Our carrots are all shredded, and we have probably about 4 cups here. The first thing you want to do whenever you're working with carrots, pour about 2 tablespoons or so of lemon juice onto these carrots. The reason you want to put lemon juice on your carrots when you're baking with them especially is because this will ensure that the carrots stay a bright orange after they're baked, and they won't turn brown or green inside of your batter. Incorporate all of our dry ingredients. I have flour here, baking soda, baking powder, salt, cloves, and cinnamon. You just want to stir that all together, guys, and then we're going to set this aside. I like to crack my eggs in something separate just in case I get a bad one. I won't have all my eggs in the bowl with my other ingredients. Vanilla, both sugars, and our oil. Mix this until it is nice and fluffy. Okay guys, after we get everything mixed, we're going to bake this in a 350-degree oven for approximately 30 minutes. You want to check it at about 25 minutes just to make sure, depending on your oven. I'm actually making a 3-layer cake, so it may cook a little bit faster because it'll be a little bit less batter in each container. That's it. Now we're going to incorporate our wet ingredients into our dry ingredients. You can use an electric mixer for this, a stand mixer or a hand mixer, but I always mix mine by hand. That way I ensure that it's never over mixed. And whenever you're mixing cake batter or anything like this, guys, make sure you mix from the bottom. You want to make sure you get all that love out the bottom of your pan. So now we're just going to stir in our carrots. You don't have to worry about that lemon juice we put on the carrots. It will not alter the taste nor the texture. You just want to give them each a shake. Make sure it's all in there and a quick little bounce. We're going to get these baked and we'll be right back. Take your walnuts, and I'm going to take a plastic bag, crush these. We take our rolling pin and crush until they're all crushed up. We've got 2 sticks of butter that are very soft at room temperature, and we've got 16 ounces of cream cheese we're going to use. You do not want both your butter and your cream cheese at room temperature. Otherwise, your icing will be too soft and it won't form, it won't keep its shape as you're trying to decorate. And then guys, you want to mix your cream cheese and butter together first. Make sure it's smooth before you add in your powdered sugar, confection sugar. Blend it up smooth in there. So now we're going to add our powdered sugar, probably about 2 or 3 cups, but I don't measure actually, so I just pour in and taste when I think it should be right. We're ready to start frosting and decorating our cake. You want to dip your spoon, your knife, your spreader in the water first. That keeps it from sticking to your utensil. Make sure you shake off any excess water. Spread it out. So now we are pretty much ready for our nuts first. And if you don't like nuts or have a nut allergy, you can please leave those off. On the sides, you just need a thin layer of something for the nuts to stick through. You do not need a lot of icing on your side. So I'm taking this around just to make it smooth enough and to make sure there's something there for the nuts to stick to. Good clean hands when you get ready to do this, guys. You can use gloves. You should use gloves if you're doing this for someone else, but again, this is my cake today, so no gloves. You really just take the nuts, and I'm going to need my brush too, but you want to just stick them on the sides. You're going to stick them on the sides. That's it, all the way around the entire cake, all the way up to the top. So we have our nuts all the way around here, and now we just need to clean it up a little bit. We are ready to do our decoration on the top. All right, we are done with our cake. Guys, I hope you like it. Now, before we go on, just a quick reminder that the full unedited version of each of these recipes are on my website, the measurements, the instructions, and the video. Now, you can find the link in the description below this video, and I will put it in the first pinned comment. Okay, now that's if you want all the details. Next up, we're doing my famous classic buttery pound cake. And if you're new to baking or want a cake that pairs perfectly with coffee or even a glass of milk, this is the one to start with. Hey guys, thanks for hanging out and cooking with me today. I'm going to be showing you how to make a classic pound cake. Okay, we've got our bundt pan all prepared. It's nicely oiled and floured, so our cake will come out nice. We have our flour here mixed with baking soda, baking powder, and salt. Stir that all together. We also have our butter and sugar that we are going to cream together until it is light and fluffy. So we'll get that mixed up. Then we're going to put in our sour cream. That's next. And to the sour cream and the wet mixture, we will also add a tablespoon of vanilla. Mix all that together with the tablespoon of vanilla. And then next we have 6 eggs that we need to put in one by one and make sure that they are well incorporated after each addition. Get all our eggs mixed in together. Then we're going to use the zest of 1 lemon. So we're going to get that all zest into the wet mixture again. Get that blended in. Then we're going to add to the wet mixture our flour mixture. And at this point, the stand mixer gets put aside and we will mix everything by hand until it's just barely incorporated. Then we're going to go ahead, pour it into our bundt pan. It's going to be kind of thick, but that's just what you want. This is going to bake in a 375-degree oven for, probably about 40 minutes. Test for doneness because everybody's oven is just a little bit different. All right, we are all out of the oven beautifully. Okay, that's it on 4 of my all-time favorite holiday cake recipes. I told you these were classics and they simply don't miss. If you are new to the channel and these recipes saved your holiday sanity, hit that subscribe button right now. I put out reliable, no-fuss baking tips and recipes every week. And if you love seeing these classic back-to-back, be sure to look out. I'll be digging back into the archives soon to bring you all more compilations, just like this one, including the Ultimate Holiday Pie Guide. And if you want exclusive recipes, behind the scenes look in my actual holiday kitchen, where the apron wearing is often questionable, consider becoming a channel member of Pam's Private Pantry. Your support means that I can keep delivering these free recipes right here. Thank you all so much for coming and hanging out with me today here in my kitchen. I really do appreciate each and every one of you. And I will see you next time. The good Lord willing and the creek don't rise. Bye-bye.